Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Diva. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So today is finally the one where I got a lot of requests from. It's mostly wanting to know who your future spouse is and how they're gonna treat you. So overall, the question is, how will my husband see me and treat me? It could be also for future spouses. I'm kind of like adding the future spouse. If you don't know who your future spouse is, it's more like we're gonna use clarifiers. I will give you some eye colors, hairstyles, date of births or months, type of thing, and we're gonna go with Chinese oracle, spirit animal archetype, the soul's journey, and sacral activation, sacred geometry activation, and relationship oracles. We're going to use those. I'm going to show you if you want to see which ones I'm going to be using. After you choose your pile, let's say if you want to see what I'm going to be using, I'm going to also shuffle live for preparation with the oracles. So mostly the question is, what type of man or female is your future spouse, and how will they see you and treat you? But we're overall gonna kind of like give you some ideas about what type of person they are. Okay, so I will try to combine them, but I will also create a second video. Okay, so don't worry, I did mention that I will be creating several. Any orientation will do, as long as you know which orientation you're after. You are absolutely. So you have six piles. So you have the Golden Universal Tarot, pile 1, Rider Tarot, pile 2, Vice Versa Tarot, pile 3, Steampunk, pile 4, Dancing in the Dark, pile 5, and then you have Night Sun, pile 6. Okay, so choose with your intuition. You can go directly to your timestamps. You don't need to necessarily see me shuffle the oracle cards. And if ever during the video, let's say, I always shuffle in the beginning. So the years that they were born. So we're going to be using Chinese oracle. Doesn't need to be, but if you want to know which year and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to be using 2 or 3 or more than that. But then again, don't rely on the clarifiers. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't need to. How will my future spouse, my husband, see me and treat me? But overall, their characteristics also. Okay, so the spirit animal is definitely going to be the characteristic of your person. So if I have upright cards, it's mostly the vibe they give off on a physical level. Does not necessarily mean what type of person they are underneath. Okay, if I have inward cards, then it's mostly information about internal sides of your person, which you will know or get to know the more you're in a relationship with them. Okay, the frightening side of their, the intimidating side of their, the bold side, or the honest side, or the, you know, the true face under the mask, perhaps. Because in the beginning, it's all about how to impress each other, right? And after that phase of getting to know each other, no longer being curious about each other, after the honeymoon phase, let's say, what's the real deal? Because it's a contract, right? At the end of the day, nobody's perfect. There are realities like that overall. Okay, the archetype is overall what archetype your person is. Okay, so which category in the present moment, or let's say in the relationship, how he's gonna, you know, be, what type of partner in crime is he, perhaps. Could give you an idea about his personality or her personality, or mostly the vibe of your person. Okay, and remember that it's like, I have a tendency to put the people in the pedestal overall, but at the end of the day, if you want to see the reality, we have to get out of the putting out of the, you know, in the pedestal type of thing. Okay, because I don't like to talk shit about people. So whenever I don't want to talk shit about people, I talk good about them. But then again, your opinion of them, your personality might not accept the person the way I accept them. And my personality also, if we're not going ego-wise, but personality is more ego-connected. Okay? So if we're going hard, it's more accepting the person no matter what it is, because the person is a different person. They didn't live the same way as you lived your life, and you didn't live the same way as they lived their life. So it's more a concept of loving the person and dying for love, or it's more a question of facing the person and getting to know the person better, because tarots definitely can give you some insight, but it's not necessarily the truth. Okay, so let's keep our 2 feet on the ground and face the people and get to know the people. And if the relationship needs something like compromise, or you will know what you will need to do if you really want to fight for the relationship and you need to collaborate. Overall communication is always important, and collaboration is important. You need the collaboration of your person. If your person doesn't want to collaborate, you can't do anything about it. Basically, it's one-sided. Relationship is both-sided. Both people want to work for the relationship, and they're eager to put certain stuff in a relationship. If you're dealing with players, I'm gonna give you the sad truth that it's like, I don't wish to give you faith. Okay, I don't wish my channel to be, I mean, look, it's if I want my channel to grow, I need to suck up to people, to be honest. But I rather not, and I wish to kind of show you guys the reality. Okay, I trust tarot, but then again, I trust myself always. Okay, you need to put yourself out there if you want something, right? So if it's a player and it's always one-sided, and you're feeling like you're always the one giving more and not receiving, then that's your answer. There's no element of going in faith and saying we want to love, 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 we want to die for love. Then remember that there should not be any expectations, because if it's a player or it's a person that's definitely wounded, that's after sex only, it's not necessarily gonna think about getting to know you better. They're not ready to be in a relationship. Overall, if they're always coming for you for a booty call, then you know it's not really future spouse material, unless you know that the love is genuine. If it's both-sided, then definitely. If it's not necessarily both-sided and you have a lot of expectations and you're like ready to offer a lot of stuff to your person, then just kind of communicate and collaborate with your person. Is your person what is your person able to offer you? You have to ask them, what can you offer me? Because if you're able to offer that much, let's say you want the return of that, we're gonna take off all the bullshit of I'm ready to risk all for love. We're gonna take that bullshit out of the way. We're gonna talk real shit. Okay, it's more like, are you comfortable with what they're offering you, or are you not comfortable with it? Okay, so you sit down and you talk with your person. What can you offer me? I can offer you this much, and you have to know what you're saying, because sometimes you can say I can offer you this much, but when reality hits, you're not offering this. Okay, and your person can definitely tell you this is what I can offer you, but then again, you have to look what we say, both you and your person, what you guys say in a relationship, and how often do you keep the integrity, as if like you say this and you do this, or you say this, but then again when the time comes for you to prove what you said, you act a different way. It's the same thing for your person also. But remember that if you do certain stuff and you're kind of like okay with that, then you have to allow your person the same things. So for some of you, just understand that you are able to give this much to your person, okay? But is your person able to offer you that much also? And are you comfortable signing a certain contract with somebody who's offering you that much? If we're gonna die for love, there should not be any expectations, because love is unconditional. Whatever my person does, I need to accept it. Whatever I do, my person needs to accept it. It's not a question of needing to, it's a question of I accept it overall because I love you overall. And if I really, really love the person, I don't wish to hurt this person. I don't wish to keep this person on the dark, right? So it's overall that type. Now, ideals, I cannot talk for that. But then again, if you want reality, it's more like you should not expect anything from your person, and you should not expect anything from yourself. You just want to try it out and see how serious you guys are about each other, how your personalities do clash or they don't clash. Sometimes it's good that there are certain elements that it clashes, because it means that you're trying, there is differences. But how the relationship will keep going is how well you deal with the differences between you guys, and how well you, I don't want to say keep the sacred space between you guys, because a relationship will last longer if you guys consider each other a specific type of home, specific person you will wish to, you know, keep yourself safe. It's sacred elements. So if you do some researches about how to make a situation or a relationship into a sacred space, you will kind of come into an agreement between you guys, okay? And if one person is not necessarily into those things, then it's just not collaborational. So just understand to cut the roots there. Know yourself very well, and if you want to discover yourself, then remember that you need to pay a price, okay? The price could be currency-wise, as it could be not currency-wise. It's more letting certain personality types go, letting certain ideas go, mental thoughts, emotional thoughts, behaviorals connected to those things, baggage elements, how you behave. It's all about those things. It could be that price, as if like that's the tower moment, coming back to that space where you didn't have anything, or feeling like you need to change, or feeling like you're put to your place. There's many ways to go at this, okay? So we're just gonna start off by doing those things and taking off all expectations, but this is more about understanding perhaps what type of vibe you are in, okay? So based on which pile you chose and which energy I will tune into, it could mean that your person is exactly the way I'm saying it, and you will know only if that much is gonna resonate. If it doesn't resonate, guys, definitely click off. I don't wish for it to be negative for you. If you feel like this is not the vibe that you deserve, then definitely try another pile. If the other pile doesn't work, then definitely it's okay, guys. It's really just tarot. It's just entertainment, okay? There's no harm in it. There's no real element. Just release it and say that this is not mine. I don't claim this. It's still okay. If you want to claim this, then remember that you need to meet this vibration yourself if you feel like you're not this vibration, okay? The vibration I will read for you, okay? So if it resonates, it does. If it doesn't, it's okay. If you want to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, go ahead. If you want to like, dislike, comment down below. I necessarily don't answer questions, but I always give you a thumbs up and I give you a heart. So it's more like love unconditionally. I respect you for who you are. You respect me for who I am. Accept me and I accept you. We're talking more acceptance, so it's more energetic. It's more loving unconditionally. There's no physical bondage connected to it. Okay, so center yourself. Just take what resonates, okay? And that is it, okay? So let's start. So pile one, whoever chose Golden Universal Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So I'm going to be using this little figurine, okay? It's very lovable. So if you do some researches, this is a sign of a good integrity, sacred love, and all that kind of stuff. So it's more like making sure that if you're in a relationship, you're not playing with your person's integrity, nor is your person playing with your integrity. It's more to conserve the relationship, the love in between two people. Okay, it's like two people who are together out of free will, and they stay together out of free will. Okay, so you're just kind of manifesting that vibration for all of you out there, including myself, obviously. So good energies for everyone, but then again, remember that there's always challenges in relationship. Nothing comes for free. Nothing comes just for your beautiful eye colors. So future spouse reading, it could also be about how they're going to treat you in the relationship and how they're going to see you also. But this is overall about your future spouse, okay? More characteristics about your future spouse or how your future spouse will see you, okay? So I will incorporate all of these because it's more like a request for many people out there. Could be a husband as it could be a wife, okay? Or future spouse. Will give you some ideas. So what type of characteristic your person has? So you have the mirror and you have the tread. So I might be reading to many different orientations out there. Many different orientations, okay? So I could have lesbians, gays, bisexuals. You yourself are one, okay? And it doesn't need to. Okay, if you're straight, you know you're straight, definitely it could be straight person, okay? Let me give you some eye colors and some numbers. Whatever I can get. Okay. So we have hazel-ish eye color. You have amber. I have another one. Ice color, gray eyes also. So you have gray, ice blue, amber, and hazel. The person might be born on the 27th of a month. French curl hair, crimp wave hair. Could be this color as it doesn't need to be, but the texture is that way. And silky straight or deep waves. Okay? So these are characteristics of your person. The year they were born, so we're just gonna use 2 here. So I have the horse and the rabbit. Could be years that are important for some of you. What animal? Rabbit. I did have rabbit too, so it's rabbit energy overall. Characteristics of your person, you have judgment. So your person is a bit judgmental of themselves or of other people. And balance. So that's good to hear. So they're very balanced, or they're into yoga or any activity that can enhance their inner peace, let's say. You have Gaia and divine feminine connected to you. Overall, this is the energies that they tune into. The relationship you guys will have, but this is still your husband or your wife, so there is friendship here. So you guys will have that type of relationship where there's friendship and freedom. So overall, it's more like an open relationship, but don't get triggered when I say that, okay? It's more, you might not get married, but you do have the establishment of like married couples, okay? So this is characteristics of your future spouse, okay? So let's see what's the main situation here. So you have the Strength card, so your person might be a Leo, let's say, or any a Virgo. Could be a Virgo or a Leo, or a Virgo Leo cups. If we're going horoscope sign, doesn't need to be. You have the challenge of your person, or in the relationship, or your challenge facing your future spouse, or one of your challenges. We're gonna go that way. You have the Two of Wands. The reason why it's that way is because it's the Knight of Cups energy. In the initial energy, you have a major arcana, which is the Lover's card. In the present moment, you have the freaking Death card. And in the near future, you have the High Priestess. 4 major arcanas out of 6. very, very beautiful. And you have the Hierophant. Another major arcana. Wow. Okay. So overall, your person with the rabbit energy, it's a person that sees people. The rabbit horoscope sign or the zodiac sign has a certain honest, bold character type of personality. Judgment, they might be judgmental overall, but I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, so they kind of judge people based on that. But when I'm saying judgment, also we can go more it's like you need a proper judgment so that you can understand people. Okay, when we're going too judgmental, it's out of balance, then it's more like they judge people without looking at themselves, kind of thing. But this one, it's more like with balance connected to it, right next to it. It's like I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay, so you have judgment, but balance. So overall, he knows or she knows how to discern. Okay, it's a very discerning person. It's a person that knows the good from the bad, let's say, but it's also somebody who knows how to balance these two dualities in life. But overall, with the archetype, the thread, it could be that he or she is the type that's very hardworking. You know, when you work hard too much and you kind of over exaggerate a bit on workloads, and they might have certain expectations of themselves. Your person might have a lot of expectation of himself or herself. Okay, they're very internally judgmental or very analytical. If this is a Virgo, if this is a Leo, Leos don't do that much, but Virgos have a sense of judging themselves. I'm not saying this is it, because you have the Gemini card, which is the Lovers. You have the Cancer card, which is the High Priestess. You have the Scorpio card, which is the Death card. It doesn't need to be only the signs I kind of mentioned, and it's not really the main focus here. It's more a person that is very honest with themselves. Okay, it's too honest sometimes, too judgmental of themselves, that kind of sometimes he or she can degrade herself. Okay, so but with the mirror image, it's more like he or she is very intuitive, and they have a tendency to be bold with you. So if you give them attitude, they're gonna give you attitude. If you're not, they're not gonna necessarily shy away from being honest with you overall. So even if you get married, or if you don't get married, but you're in a partnership together, it's still friendship, there's still honesty. Okay, the energy of friendship supports our intrinsic desire to connect with others based on mutual affection and appreciation. So you guys are going to appreciate each other, and you're going to show affection to each other. With the Freedom card, it supports our sense of limitless possibilities and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. So you will have that type of relationship with each other where you're going to explore each other boldly, okay? Boundlessly express yourself also, and sense to the relationship will have a sense of limitless possibilities and potentials. Okay, with the freedom it comes with. Okay, so it's friendship, it's freedom. It's more like you're gonna stay like girlfriend and boyfriend, or boyfriend boyfriend, girlfriend, or whichever way it is. Marriage might not really happen here. You can call a future husband or a future spouse. You might not want to get married, okay? But you will act like a married couple, or you will act like a very explorational couple, okay? You have that vibe here a bit. Mirror, they're gonna give you attitude if you give them attitude. If you're kind of expecting them to sacrifice themselves when you're not necessarily sacrificing yourself, they're not going to do so. They're going to be very bold with the way that they're going to talk to you, but sometimes they might have a borderline personality. In one phase of their life, okay? It could be a phase that they just need to get over with. Mirror, it's more if you're good with them, they're gonna mirror that back to you. Okay, if you're not in your good element, they're gonna mirror it back to you also. Okay, so just be careful how you monitor yourself. Overall, you have judgment with balance, so he or she is a very well balanced person overall. Just that sometimes there might be a little, like, a lot of like baggages that come from work, that he or she might kind of like suffocate in. Okay, so they need to go to the gym. Just make sure that they go to the gym, or make sure that they have a pastime that they're passionate about, and that they always go there, so that they can release the tension and not allow that in the relationship to kind of create certain blockages. Okay, because your person is very sexual overall. With the rapid, it's a very productive animal. Okay, it's very family oriented. I don't want to say it's loyal, but it's family oriented. It's very wealthy. It's very healthy person. Okay, with the strength card overall, it's a person that knows how to tame his ego. They know how to tame their ego. Why they will do that with you overall is because they're interested in you. So normally it's normal, and they will always be affectionate with you. Okay, so they're the affectionate type of person. So you will have your freedom being yourself. There's no element of feeling trapped in a relationship with this person. Okay, with the Two of Wands energy, it's more the challenges sometimes is to kind of the challenge here is because it's very it's friendship and freedom. You will have to always you know, make your own decisions. Make your own decisions, or both of you need to collaborate a bit. So the blockage could be the decision making. So sometimes you want something and he wants something, or she wants something, but then again, collaboration and having one vision and working on that vision might be the problem here, because you might have your own visions and they might have their own visions, and like crossing the paths so that both of you might be satisfied. Or in the beginning, this might be a challenge of yours to kind of like find your own individuality in the relationship. Or that's the type of relationship you guys will have. But then again, perhaps sometimes you're going to be the type of couple that it's like in the beginning, it's more like you're going to be taking out food, because you might want Chinese, they might want, I don't know, Vietnamese. So you will have to kind of compromise a bit if you guys want to eat together. Okay, or when it comes to food making, it's more like you have to always text your person what they want to eat, so you might not kind of end up creating two different food types. Okay, so it's more that vibe, as if like coming into terms with the decisions or the passion elements, and kind of like if you want to eat together, then it's more like bring the differences and embrace the differences of your personalities or your tastes overall. So in the initial energy, when you guys meet together, it's more like you're gonna feel a bond overall. It's definitely, you're gonna feel that connection, that intuitive pull of perhaps this is it could definitely be a soulmate, this one, or a person you feel is mirroring you a lot. So you do have similarities and differences overall, but there's an easiness in that connection. And because you will decide to be together, there's that element that once you really unite, or once you kind of spend a lot of time, or if you decide to be official with each other, there's going to be a time of transformation. So you're going to transform on your end, they're going to transform on their end overall. And then you will know your intuition is going to be more enhanced with each other overall. And you're gonna kind of have telepathy together. Okay, with the High Priestess, it's overall the vibe of it's I know you, or they know you, or because you kind of like embrace each other's differences, you will still have that bond. it's more like there's no real bondage, but because it's like two different individuals who are friends and who are exploring each other, you're not kind of defining yourself in the other person. It's more like you're searching yourself in your person, and your person is searching themselves in you. But it's more that vibe of like you kind of have that flow of being receptive to each other and embracing the whole of each other overall. There's no real element of like staying stuck. It's not stuck energy, this one. It's more like outward, as if like it's evolutionary. It's not, you're not gonna have that boring phase in the relation. You're not gonna get bored of each other overall. Okay, sometimes you will need to fight each other. Sometimes you're gonna definitely be very affectionate with each other and very loving with each other overall. So this is the type of relationship and future spouse you will have. Okay, so your future spouse is very, very intuitive. Okay, your future spouse is very decisive. Okay, they're decisive. They make decisions and they stay with that unless you trigger them to kind of act rebellious with you. With the Death card, it's a very pure-hearted person. So it's a person that can transform, or that will transform in the middle of your, it's like, let's say during a phase in your relationship. Okay, like your relationship lifespan, your person will have a time where he or she is gonna transform a lot, or they're a very deep person. You're gonna tune into how deep they are, because the thread is a deep pit a bit. Okay, so your person might be fighting a bit of depression, or they might have certain things. It's like if work doesn't go well, it's more like he or she blames herself, or sometimes it's more like they're more stressful, or they are a bit depressed overall, but they always keep themselves a bit balanced. So they're a type of person that knows themselves very well. So you have to appreciate them a lot for what they do for you, or what they do in general, so that they can feel a bit good about themselves. Okay, so in the relationship, that is. But the relationship is very friendly, it's very explorational. You have your own freedom, they have their own freedom. You guys embrace each other's freedoms overall. Okay, which is very positive in a relationship. Okay, it might be an open relationship, but then again, it's more like Shakira. Okay, like look at Shakira and PK. They are not married, but then again, they have their own freedom, and it's more like Shakira wants her husband or her boyfriend to always see her as the girlfriend, which is a decision she took, right? It's more like I have my freedom, he has his freedom, and any moment we can definitely separate, but then again, it's that element of freedom that bonds you still. It's more that vibe. It's more like we love each other, that's why we are still together. When we know that we don't love each other, we'll just separate ways. But it's more that element of, because we're not married, we just want to prove that we still love each other regardless of I'm married with you or not. It's a very beautiful relationship that I find they have. It might seem insecure, let's say, but then again, at least they're aware of the insecurity it shows, but then again, they still embrace it. It's that kind. Okay, so it's that vibe you kind of have with your future spouse, and this is how they're gonna see you but treat you overall. Okay, it's also that way. Could give you many information about what type of person they are. Okay, so that's it, pile 1. Hope it resonated. I hope I gave you guys some kind of insight. Now pile 2, whoever chose the Rider Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see how your future spouse, who your future spouse is, let's say, if you haven't met them yet, how they're gonna treat you and how they're gonna see you. Okay, could be how they're gonna treat you overall, or how they're gonna see the relationship, or how the relationship will be. It's more like a general question. I might kind of create another one which is more specific, let's say. So that's your future spouse. What's their archetype? What's the archetype of your person? You have the animal. I need one more. Oh, Apocalypse. Animal is too simple energy for me. It's more like an instinctual person. The vibe I always get is gentle, but you can't say an animal is gentle. Okay, it's an animal that feeds. Like if an animal is hungry, you will see ugly sides to an animal. Death is involved with a hungry animal. If I'm not hungry, then I can definitely be manipulated and all that kind of stuff. But if I'm hungry, I can... It's like the true nature of animals, it's not tameable, okay? If you want a real wild animal, a real animal, a genuine animal, it has a dark nature, okay? It's a wild animal overall. A true animal, okay? So why I'm taking the time is because the archetype of the animal, it's not the fluffy animals you're seeing on YouTube these days. These are domesticated animals. And because of what's happening to the world, let's say, it's a lot of big imbalance because of economy and how we're destroying forests, because of all the richness, and can transform it into currency, and we can transform it into wealth. But only those 10% or even the 1% of the population is doing those things, because it's creating a work environment. But then again, it is causing certain problems connected to ecosystem and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so the wild animals are not necessarily fluffy and lovable. Domesticated animals are that way because they're not hungry. But if it's a hungry person, okay, if I'm hungry, I have a wild side to me. And with the apocalypse, it's not like if I want sex, it's just mundane sex. I just have sex for reproduction's sake overall. If I'm horny, I will just have sex with you overall. It's that vibe your person has. And they're quite intense. Intense, but it's simple. The intensity is simple. I don't know how to explain it, okay? It's more like it's like a hunter's eyes if I'm hungry for something, okay? It's that way. But if I'm not hungry, I'm very genuine, I'm very simple, and it's like I don't bother you that much. I don't bother you that much. I kind of have my own things I focus on, and it's just that way, okay? It's like a person that doesn't want anything from you until it's hungry or it's horny or it wants your affection, okay? It's more like I channeled a cat. So it's like if I want your love, I'll just come and play with you overall. If I want food from you, then I'll just come and see you. Stop. Okay. And intensity. I don't know how to express this energy. Apocalypses. Gonna have to give me time. So what year am I born? You have the rooster. Rooster year, and you have the tiger year. Okay. Tiger is carved. I do kind of like see the tiger because I did channel tigers when I was talking about animals. Okay, it's more like I was channeling pumas or like lions, and how you can domesticate them now, but it's still a wild animal, guys. Okay, it's like the rooster is more an energy of like, have you ever seen a rooster attack a snake? Watch those things. I would never have thought a rooster could definitely devour a snake, okay? Yeah. Just watch some stuff. You have 11, you have 12. Okay, they might have been born on these dates. You have loose waves. So you have October. They might be born on these dates. You have ice color eyes. You have gray-green eyes. And you have hazel eyes. Okay. I don't know if I want 2 more. Doesn't need to resonate, guys, okay? Doesn't need to. And you have straight hair and deep curls. Okay, so these are clarifiers I can give you. The animal beaver. It's very like I don't know. So you have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So I like to play the mediator a bit with doubts. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay. With the apocalypses, okay, apocalypses here, I might be intense, okay, like, it's like if you anger me, or if you're trying to play like a game with me and I don't feel like playing the game, I'm not gonna go with the flow. So there's a boldness in your person. Your future spouse is a very bold, okay? I'm very it's like whatever you see is it, okay? It's like if I want something, I will seek you, okay? I'm that type. If I'm horny, I need you, I want to have sex with you, I'm gonna have sex with you overall, okay? It's definitely that vibe. With the beaver, the characteristic of your spouse is definitely, it's a very home. They like to create their home. They like to protect their home. They like to create cool places. It's like if you look at how a beaver creates the home with it's definitely a very hardworking person. It's a very hardworking animal. I'm not saying your person is less animal, but it's overall, you have the animal with apocalypses. I'm very primitive. I'm very instinctual. When I'm not, it's like, it's very clean, okay? It's very clean cut. It's like whatever you see on their expression is what it is, okay? It's more that vibe. So you will know your person, your husband or your wife doesn't like a situation. They don't, they're not happy. They don't take bullshit, or it's very easy for you to read your person, okay? It's gonna be very easy for you to read your person. They don't trust anyone. Okay, they don't trust anyone. It's like an animal. It's like like look at a Discovery Channel or like watch certain animals, and it's like, look, every animal, it's like the big fish always eats the small one, right? And your person is very like instinctive like that. It's like people can eat me, people can fire me, people can do anything to me. People can attack me any moment. People can rape me any moment, okay? It's like Animal Kingdom. If you kind of look at in the Animal Kingdom, there are some like monkey lives that it's more like I kind of had babies with the main the main alpha man in the monkey, or any alpha man, depending on which Animal Kingdom we're looking at. But it's like you can't trust anyone because the strong one will always win. That kind. So your person is always I don't want to say on guard, but they're very intense because they don't want people to kind of like attack them. They always are alone, okay? I'm aware I'm alone, be it from the day I'm born to the day I'm gonna die. I'm that type, okay? I'm a very natural person. I'm a natural person. I'm hungry, I fight for my food. I'm very simple, okay? It's very simple but intense, okay? It's intense on survival instincts. But the beaver, it's more like if it wants, like if it marries, or if it's like in a collaboration, it's like I'm gonna fight for my home. My house is my sanctuary. I will improve. I will invest in my home, my husband, my children. I will invest in my family, okay? My family, and I make sure that each of my children is comfortable, or my husband or my wife is comfortable in the home. I'm a home builder overall, okay? So I'm a very protective. If you kind of look at mother figures, if this is a woman, it's a very protective woman of its children, of its family, of its husband or its wife, okay? So it's that type, okay? It's very family oriented, very simple-minded and intense. It's like a grizzly mother or a grizzly father. It's like a father or mother figure, okay? With the empathy, they do sympathize with people, they do. But with doubt, they also know that it's like, they're very instinctual. So I will read people a bit based on instinct, that type, okay? So I will sometimes doubt you, but I will empathize with you also. If you do something sketchy, or your kind of like patterns are not meeting, because I will read you like an animal a bit, okay? It's like you will know if they're doubting you from their face or the look in their eyes also. If they're not trusting you based on animal instinct, you will sense it. So you will need to prove yourself a bit with this wife or this husband, okay? That vibe. What type of so you have the light, okay? It's a very nice energy to have. I'm delighted to have you as my husband or my wife, okay? It's that vibe. And you have the relationship is very intuitive. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, we got this. And I gave you all. So let's just create the Celtic spread. So how will I see you? How will your future spouse be? It could be like an idea of who they are, how they're gonna treat you, and that type. It could be the relationship will be this way. So you have the 7 of Wands. It's like animal kingdom again. It's like, which animal can I use? I don't have I have a beaver, okay? I don't know how beavers mate in general. I know that they are very home focused, okay? They kind of like are extraordinary engineers and all that kind of stuff, okay? And collaboration work is extremely important for them. But mainly know that your person always doesn't trust people, okay? I don't trust people. I just trust myself. I trust people, but I trust myself always, okay? It's that vibe. It's a bit defensive, but knows how to defend itself, okay? It's that vibe. Your challenge is the 10 of Cups. So I need time, okay? Like, they need time to kind of, you have the High Priestess. The reason why I'm this way, I always have reason to doubt you. Very intuitive, okay? You have the type of relationship you guys are gonna have. It's very intuitive overall, okay? Intuition. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse with the 9 of Wands. So this could be one phase, okay? It's gonna be a phase. This could be the initial phase until you kind of arrive to the 10 of Cups, okay? Because it's very, with my intuition, it doesn't tell me anything, okay? It's like the type of relationship. If you want this one, it's more manifestation work, okay? This pile, it's like if you chose the Magician, you have nothing with your future spouse yet, or you might not have a future spouse, or you don't plan on getting married overall. or you're not in the vibe right now, okay? So this is more like people who are single or who are not necessarily considering marriage yet. But if you want to know what type of future spouse this is going to be, until you kind of really ground it, just know that your person is definitely more like they're very comfortable alone, okay, because they know that they need to survive all this alone. The secret here for you to have this the light, it's that vibe. So I genuinely, like, they're in primitive instinct wise, your person does feel delightful with you, okay, because they have a deep knowing. The animal instinct inside of them is very aware, okay, of who you might be, or how they feel towards you. So it's more animal instinct, this one. And I mate for life, perhaps, but then again, just know that your future spouse is not necessarily fake, okay? I'm not fake at all. Fakeness is not one of their characteristics. So if you want them to smile and fake it till they make it, it's not gonna work with this one. It's very pure, okay? It's like, it's very to your face, up to your face. Bitch face, or it is a resting bitch face if you know that they have a resting bitch face, okay? They're not gonna lie to you, nor do they accept lies, okay? If you want, it's like silent treatment, or silent, keeping the silence in the form of like not lying, they will feel it also. It's more like, what are you hiding? It's a very instinctual person, okay? And the type of relationship you guys are going to have, it's based on intuition. It's very primitive, okay? It's very like, I don't know. It's more like, it's more like a builder, okay? It's a builder. It's a person that's not gonna, it's like, I should not doubt you, okay? Just know that they should not doubt you. That's where your person will kind of like be a bit spooky with you. You will see the extra apocalypse energy underneath. There's something like frightening in your person, okay? It's like you can't take your person for granted. You can't lie to my face because everything is very available to me. It's that type. It's like you can't even, it's like even if you want to lie, the lie will come through with this one. It's more like it's that type of vibe, okay? Like your person will kind of like, I don't want to say accuse you, but based on intuition, if they feel like there's something wrong, and it's not like family oriented stuff, and it's like you're kind of like playing with them, it's not fun for you, okay? It's more like if you're ready to call it official, it's like just make sure that it's like you're serious. There's no real element of joking around with this one. It's like you need to be mature. You have your position in a relationship. And it's natural. It needs to be natural. There should not be any fakeness between you and me. It's very like indigenous vibe, okay? It's indigenous vibe a bit, okay? So it's more like, and I will kind of like make you tell me the truth. I'm not gonna necessarily accuse you that much, but if I have a doubt, like your actions, and you know you're lying to my face and I sense it, it's like I'm gonna make sure that you tell me what it is. There's no real element of hiding or accusing. It's more clean cut like that. You need to be authentic with this one. I'm authentic with you. I'm 100% authentic this one. It's like there's no bullshit here. I don't do bullshit. It's like whatever it is, you see it on my face. I don't like you, you see it on my face. I'm trying to kind of keep my calm with you, you see it on my face also. It's like I'm keeping my calm. I'm not gonna kind of like come down on you, but you feel it in the eyes overall. The eyes are very intense, but genuine and soft sometimes. overall it's soft eyes, but if my primitive instinct tells me otherwise, I might be in danger. You might be in danger. One of our children might be in danger, if we have children, that is. Or there's something that goes wrong, you see it in my eyes. I'm sad, you see it in my eyes. I'm excited, you see it in my eyes. I'm kind of like hungry, horny, you see it in my eyes. Okay, so that type. Okay, and the reason is that way is because I'm very, very, very intuitive. Okay, I'm very intuitive. Instinctual is the word. Primitive instincts, survival instincts. Okay, that kind, the type that needs to go in nature to survive a bit, or the type that needs to go on trips to survive. Okay, and that needs to feel like the house is comfortable. They need to feel comfortable in their home. It's a home builder. Okay, it's a family oriented person. Okay, and it needs to survive overall. Survival instincts is intense. Okay, I'll stop repeating it. And your challenge is basically to have that happiness, to kind of arrive to that fulfilling happiness, or overall the type of relationship you will have perhaps is more in the present moment. Overall, there's a distance between you and this person, or in the relationship there might be a bit of a distance, as if like, if I don't have my freedom with you, I will suffocate. It's the same thing with animals. I need freedom. I need my alone time. I need the adventure out there. But I'm a home builder type of person still. It's not that. It's more like I need freedom. So if ever you have a tendency to kind of put your expectations on this person, your person's gonna fight you. It's always me against you, or me against people. It's that type. It's like a person that, it's like very whole. Okay, I'm me, I'm alpha. It could be alpha man or alpha woman too. That type. But overall, it's like if you have expectations on them, or if you kind of or we could read it this way. If this is the 7 of Wands, it could also mean that it's like, I always fight for success also. Could be that way. Beaver is definitely a very successful animal. If you look at it, it's like my intention is my home, and I make sure to always build it, right? So it's overall, it's a very ambitious person. So if it chooses to be with you, overall, you will see it in their eyes. Okay, if they want to make out with you, or they want to sleep with you, you'll see it. They're hungry for you, you'll see it. They're not happy with you, you'll see it too. Okay, it's very bold and honest, this one. But overall, the relationship is delightful. So the vibe they will tune in to use, that they're very happy to be with you. Okay, it's just unless you kind of like play certain things in a more discreet manner, and there's something you're hiding from them and they feel it based on intuition, and you will see the same thing in them. You will feel the same thing because your relationship is intuitive. So both of you are similar people, perhaps. Could be that way. And in the middle section, I kind of like thought I was done with the reading, but we're just gonna finish it. So with the Knight of Swords and the 9 of Wands in the relationship, it's more like sometimes you will feel like they're impatient. Okay, your future spouse is a bit impatient. Okay, it's like, if you want me to wait for certain stuff, it's more like it's as I mentioned, it's like the animal. It's like, if I'm hungry, I need to eat. Okay, if I'm horny, I need to sleep with you. It's that type. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying these things for some of you. Could be a male, this one, where it's like, if this is a female, it's very much like a animal. Okay, it's a human being, but then again, it's like a very primitive, a very instinctual person. It's like, when I want something, I make sure I get it. Okay, it's more simple needs, very simple needs I have. I'm not asking you for fame. I'm not asking you for a big house. Okay, could be house connected. It might be that I wanna build a house, okay? I'm a builder type of person, but I don't mind putting the hard work there on a physical level. I like to build stuff, okay? And work on things. I like to work on things. That's how I am, okay? But I'm impatient, okay? I'm very spontaneous. I'm very like unpredictable, that type, okay? It's like whatever is, okay? It's like there's no hide and seek with this one, okay? It's like you don't need, it's like you see it in their face. They're attracted to you, you see it in their face. They want you, you see it in their face. They don't like you, you see it in their face. They're not trusting you, you see it in their face. It's very available to you, okay? They're very natural, okay? They will like your smell, this type. They will recognize your smell. They don't have, it's like it's very natural, okay? Like there, you don't need to groom yourself that much. I don't know. Instinctual like that, okay? It's like very indigenous vibes a bit. You don't need to pretend to not be human, this one, okay? There's no extravagance like that. Even if you're sweaty, they might like it. Okay? That type. I don't know. Just confirm those things with your person. This is how your future spouse is. Okay? That was it, pile 2. Now, pile 3, whoever chose vice versa tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy this time. So let us see who your future spouse is. Okay? And how they see you or how they will treat you overall, what type of relationship you'll have. We're just gonna cover these up, okay? So what's the archetype of your person? You have the Queen. When I go in Queen energy, I'm going definitely ego here, okay? We're gonna go ego. I have a big ego, okay? Definitely a big ego, okay? That's one. What year or years could I have been born? You have the monkey year and the tiger. Those are years. What we can say about your person. A lot came here, okay? So you have green eyes, gray eyes. You have June 21st. You have yellow eyes or hazelish. You have December here. September. Brown eyes came twice here. Brown eyes. You have blue eyes. Amber eyes. You have 9, 13, 31st, 5th, 6th, blue eyes again. So you have twice blue eyes, green eyes, gray eyes again. So we have 2 times. 23rd, green eyes again. I don't know, I picked up all practical. You have natural straight, so natural straight, yaki, small wave. You have February, yellow eyes. Again, you have number 1, so they might be born on the 1st, and you have July. Okay, so, and wet and wavy hair type also. Okay, so you have those natural, straight, wet, and wavy, yaki, small waves. You had those days that they might have been born, those eye colors I mentioned. Doesn't need to resonate if it's none of those. And you have 21st also, so if you didn't see. Okay, so the queen. You have the archetype of your person is the queen. You have the Scorpio card. If they get angry, they're gonna irritate you, okay? So they have a tendency to play with your nerves. I will play with your nerves. So they will poke you sometimes, very intensely like that. You have the heart chakra. This is the energy. What type of relationship? You will have multi-dimensional. Okay, what are their characteristics? You have patience. Wow, okay. You have denial. That's what I'm saying. It's like I play with your nerves. I have big ego. So be careful and surrender. Okay, look. It's definitely like a Scorpio, okay? It could be any fixed sign. Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. Definitely. Fixed signs. Scorpio also, definitely. Heart chakra. Overall, it's gonna be multi-dimensional for sure, because if I'm playing with your nerves, I will necessarily know you very well. That I will know where to poke you, okay? Patience, it's more like be careful with your future spouse, because karma is a bitch with this one, okay? And karma is a bitch for her or him also, okay? It's that type. Whatever they whatever they seed, what goes around comes back around with this one. So there might be a lot of like issues, and it's gonna be a rocky ride, this one, okay? I'm not gonna cover up this. So let's see what type of relationship or who this person is. It's a person with big balls, okay? It's a person that has their throne. It's a person that knows many stuff, okay? I know a lot of stuff. Our challenge here with the 6 of it's like the 6, but it's overall you have the symbol here of the 6-pointed star with the what's it called? The Mercury, but it's not just that. It's like sulfur or something. It's like spirit potent stuff. It's more like heart chakra. I'll just create the Celtic spread and then I'll kind of like release the energy, because I'm getting a vibe here, but I'll give you an idea of who your future spouse is. You might know this person as you might not know this person. You haven't met them yet, but it's a handful, okay? This one, it's a handful. You might be a handful yourself. Let's be honest here, okay? Because if you're not a handful yourself, you're not going to be able to deal with this one. Okay, so... And if not your relationship, your person is definitely going to change you a lot. You're not going to be the same. For sure. You have the Knight of Pentacles. And then you have the Chariot card. So this one... there might be a divorce based on how well you can it's like even if you're divorced, it's like there's still attraction. This one, I need one more card. Future spouse. You might divorce this one, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. To be honest with you, overall, it's either you haven't met this person yet. Give me something palpable till the end. Like, I don't, it's like if the card is not looking at me. You might divorce this one. You might get married with them, but then again, you might divorce them very fast. Okay, so this one, it's like if you didn't want to hear that, I'm gonna apologize. But for some of you, a person's not gonna come to you. It's like they're gonna fuck off afterwards. Okay, it's that type. It's like I'm not. You're not. It's either you're. It's. Maybe one more. The orphan. Yeah, she or he has a abandonment issue. Okay, so she's a handful. I don't want to say this to some of you, but it's like I can't, like, the energy here overall is more like she's independent. Okay, she's very, or he's very independent. Okay, and underneath the independence there's this worthiness issue a bit. Okay, so I might have worthiness issues or big insecurities underneath. Okay, and I might be on nerves sometimes. So in the relationship overall, you're gonna feel like she's coming down on you or he's coming down on you. There's somebody to blame overall. Somebody needs to take responsibilities. I'm not necessarily the one who needs to take responsibility. I will be on my throne all the time. I will hypnotize people, or I will kind of manipulate things in such a way that it works in my favor overall. So I might play the victim if I need to play the victim. If that's gonna be the technique or the strategy I will use to get things my way, I will do it that way. It's that type of person. So with the orphan, it's more like I'm always the victim. So if I was not satisfied in the relationship, it's you who wasn't able to satisfy me, so I will seek elsewhere afterwards. Okay, but the lesson in the relationship, this one, is to kind of love each other regardless of who it was that needed to be blamed. Okay, so there's a lot of insecurity in this relationship overall. It's a lot of insecurity. So you're gonna be facing your insecurities. You're gonna have that like element of clinging onto each other a bit, denying the love, denying the fact that it's like I did a mistake here, or I was too much in my ego overall because I'm insecure. It's more that vibe, okay? And with the Scorpio on a physical level, I really don't want to give you this reading, guys. I'm gonna apologize to you, but if I need to say this to your face, this one, your person is very insecure. They need to have their throne overall. They always go in their ego overall. They have worthiness issues. Okay, I don't like to be abandoned. I'd rather abandon you first than you abandon me. I rather judge you first. I'd rather say I'm not satisfied with you first, than you tell me that and then I get hurt deeply inside. So your person, whoever this is very hurt inside, okay? But they themselves are not aware that they hurt you because they're hurt inside, okay? So this one, it's more you need to focus. If you want this relationship to work out, you need to focus on, first off, study how you need to study. Okay, there's a lot of studying, there's a lot of hard work on this one. It's a handful, I'm telling you. You might be a handful yourself, but it's like there's a way you can definitely empower this relationship. If you don't want a divorce, then there's many ways. But this one, overall, it's either both of you are gonna go separate ways. Both of you are gonna have that like romance of a lifetime, get married, you know, or consider each other's partner without marriage, let's say. But there's a lot of blaming. There's a lot of, it's like one person will feel not worthy of the other person, okay? So it's a lot of one person will project their anger on the other person, or one person is gonna believe that they're more deserving than what they're offered in the relationship, okay? So with the King of Swords energy here, it's more like inwardly, your person is always on a throne. Your person is always intimidating. Your person is always in that vibe that it's like, I'm not satisfied, okay? The reason why it's that way is because they're always focused on other people, okay? They will always compare you to other people. I'm always going to compare myself with other people. The main thing is that I'm going to compare you, but then again, what they're doing is they're unaware is that they're projecting their selves on you, okay, because they chose you. But then again, because they're very outside, they're not internal. Your person is really not internal, okay? Your person's not internal. They're very patient, definitely, because I need to give you chances so that you can prove yourself to me. Okay, with denial, it's like I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. But this is what they need to do. Okay, this relationship might teach them that, or might teach you this also. And with the surrender, it's more like I will surrender to my passions, or I will surrender to my heart. Okay, deep down, it's not that this person doesn't love you, okay? It's just that because they're just so focused on their ego, okay, the mask, how people see them, the Instagram pictures they put, the fact that they have a boyfriend or they have a girlfriend or they got married, and how society accepts people today. It's all objectification. So your person has a tendency to believe that if other people love them, they are loved. If other people accept them, they are loved. And it's like, because it's that vibe, but now that they're on their throne, okay, because they want to feel special. They know they're special, or at least they want to feel special. So they need your attention all the time. They want other people's attention all the time. With the Scorpio, it's more like it's all ego stuff. This one, it's all ego stuff, okay? Your person is very egoistic. I don't and they're always focused with other people, what other people are doing, what other people's children are doing. If they're sending their children, it's like if my best friend's boyfriend, it's like if I'm a female here, this one, okay? If my best friend's boyfriend kind of like asked her for marriage or proposed to her with a big ass diamond, then I want you to kind of propose to me with a big ass diamond, or one that's bigger than my best friend, so that when I see my best friend, I will show this fact to show my ring to my best friend. Okay, if whatever my best friend had, I want you to do more extravagant. It needs to be more, much more. So that when we put it on Instagram or when we put it on Facebook, people are gonna talk about it as if it's the proposal of the, you know, of the year, or proposal of the season, proposal of this, or it's like, I want people to believe that I'm high class. Okay, I need to wear that Gucci, I need to drive that, I don't know, that Audi or that Range Rover or that Mercedes. I need to go to Starbucks, buy my coffee every day. It's a handful. I need a man who has, it's like, I need a man or I need a woman who knows how to make money, this one. It's all about showing off. Okay? And it's like, I need people to be my servants type of thing. But I have worthiness issues. I cover the insecurities with this queen vibration. Okay? So on a physical level, I'm very intimidating, and you kind of feel a bit like you're not good enough for them. But the reality is that they're not good enough for you, but they're in their ego a bit, okay? There's a lot of healing to be done, this one. There's a lot of healing and getting out of the ego, tuning into self-love, tuning into... Because what your person does, okay, your person's tendencies, this one, which they might not be aware of, and you cannot teach this to your person if it's resonating. If you're going to meet them, or if you know who this is, it's more a person that's focused outside of themselves. They need to kind of, it's like they look at objects. They objectify things a bit, okay? It's like it's a dress or it's a Gucci. I need to wear that Gucci because I judge people based on what they're wearing, based on what they're driving, based on how much money they have in the bank, based on how big of a house they're living in, based on how many sexy, pictures they have on Instagram, how many trips that can they take on, where they send their children, what is their children. It's like, it's that type of mother or the type of father that has extreme expectations out of their children, but they themselves are not the example. It's like, I want my children to be doctors or lawyers, but then again, I'm not one of those. But I make sure that my children go to the private high school, and then I kind of like degrade my child a bit, or I stress my child a bit, and I kind of tell my child that they need to be this type, they need to be this type, and I'm kind of putting all this money in because you need to be somebody, right? And I didn't raise you this way, but then again, I'm the one that raised you because I was the type of person that just needed to show off. I talked, I objectified. My children might have issues, self-image issues, degrade themselves or depressed, or it's like have addictions. It's normal because this is the vibe your person is in. Okay, if they don't heal. But then again, there's no control over this, and I'm not judging your person overall. I'm just stating facts here. If this is the type of energy it is, it's normal. Okay, my dad or my mom, it's like I myself was in this energy, so overall it's normal. Okay, I still have this side to me. It's just that this person has this type of tendency. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. You will know if it's going to resonate or not. If you don't want to hear this at all, this is not what you want to hear overall, you have already clicked off. I'm just going to continue on with the reading. If you want to not give up on your future spouse, you don't want them to leave you, then I don't want to say there's nothing that can change. It's just that if your person wishes to change for you, that's up to her or him. Okay, but they need to put the effort there. This one, it's more like it starts off with a victim dominator kind of vibration. Okay, I can switch it. I will have these tendencies with you. Sometimes I'm going to be the queen. I'm going to treat you like the king you are, and which you are overall, right? And sometimes I'm going to treat you like a nobody. It's like you're abandoned, or it's like you're worthless, you're useless. I will blame you for the errors or the issues of the relationship or whatever happened. If there's an error, I'm not satisfied with you overall. You need to clean it up. If I make an error, you still need to be responsible for it. That type. Okay, there needs to be somebody who's going to be responsible for something always. we need to blame people. It's not that we need to kind of like be aware that it's like without blaming, we can deal with the solution best way possible. Overall, with the heart chakra, if we're going without ego, we're not going ego, reality is that it's very simple, it's very loving, it's very genuine, it's very accepting. Because I'm not perfect, right? But I want perfection, but I'm not perfect. But my journey with you and your journey with them is more to be accepting that this is who they are, this is who you are, and this is how the relationship is overall. With the multi-dimensionalities, that you're gonna kind of like get to know each other on different levels overall. They're gonna play the victim and they're gonna play the master, and then you will have the in between. Okay, it's more crown chakra, it's more perception. Okay, so the type of relationship this is, it's more gonna be in the head space. It's more head space activity, and with the multidimensionality, it's more you're gonna see many levels. Okay, you're gonna argue with each other, you're gonna fight each other, you're gonna love each other like crazy, you're gonna know what real happiness is with this one overall. You will kind of kind of like overcome yourself several times. You might end up with a lot of traumas with this one. You will have a lot of baggage. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a person that will play with your nerves. Like my dad plays with mine. It's a king vibration, my dad. Okay, so it's with the queen, but it's my dad. I love him like that. It's okay. I'm like my dad myself. Okay, so it's like when I'm reading for you this much, it's more like it's normal. Okay, so there might not be real divorce based on how you know, your will is, because it's more like at the end of the day, this is who they are. Okay, and this is who you are, so you just need to kind of accept it, that type. Okay, so your person is not perfect, you're not perfect either. Okay, and everybody has that worthiness issue deep down. They don't want to be abandoned. Okay, it's just that the relationship might need a lot of time. Okay, and a lot of healing and a lot of like vacation time a bit, and if you have similar things, then it's gonna work out definitely. And just be advised that it's like whenever you're kind of asking something from people, you need to lead by example first. You need to be leading by example first. Okay, my advice to you. Okay, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay, it's completely normal. This is just, it's a relationship on another level. Okay, and there's a lot of trauma in this one. There's a lot of reasons why your person is this way. Okay, why I'm playing the victim, when I'm going victim and master like queen and orphan kind of vibe, is because I grew up in a very difficult environment overall as a person, which is completely normal. Okay, because when you kind of go through a difficult phase and you feel like you've sacrificed a lot, then you have that phase where, why do I need to sacrifice this much and not be happy? So then you kind of switch your perception so that you can believe that people need to serve you as you serve people. People need to sacrifice certain stuff as you sacrificed yourself for people, kind of thing. So just understand their mentality. Okay, this one is that I grew up in a difficult environment, but I got tougher because of it. Okay, so it's that vibe. So understand your person a bit. Okay, so overall with the King of Swords is that I'm an intimidating person, but then again I have expectations when it comes to relationship. Why so is because I've always compared myself. Why so? Because sometimes I might have had a lot of missed opportunities. So I know how to kind of use manipulation or how to use my mind or strategies so that I can kind of like get what I want. The challenge here in this relationship is to still hang in there with each other regardless of difficult times. okay? Because I'm going to play with your nerves and you're going to play with mine overall. And sometimes you will want to leave this person, okay? You want to leave this, you want to abandon this person because this person doesn't understand how to be grateful until they kind of learn the lesson themselves. It will take them time, okay? So you need to give your person time. You need to give the relationship time overall, okay? So in the initial energy with the Knight of Wands energy, you have this vibe of like, it's very fiery, fun, flirting, impressions. It's like giving each other good impressions and all that kind of stuff. In the middle section, it's more like you will become more serious together. So once you become more serious, you take things in a more slower manner. In the near future, it's more like you might kind of head oh my god, like if you made the decision to be together, you're gonna kind of have the vision of being together and you're gonna fight for it. So you're gonna go right at it. So this one, it might be a very fast wedding. You'll feel like you're gonna get married to the right person overall, which is normal because the relationship is multi-dimensional, and with the crown chakra, it's more fated. So it's more fated, it's like fast marriage. And with the Queen of Swords, it's more like to be honest, this one, you will learn your person on the long haul, okay? And if you want to divorce them, that's, you're gonna decide in the future. I don't want to say in the near future, but in the future, you're gonna decide if you want to divorce or not, okay? But there's a lot of things that you will not know about your person because the marriage is gonna be very fast. If you're gonna get married, this one, if you came here and we're definitely saying future spouse, you're gonna get married to your person very fast. Okay, like my parents. Gonna get married very fast, and you don't know your person, but you're gonna get to know your person with time. Okay, so you're gonna surrender to each other. There's a lot of stuff you're gonna be in denial of about each other until you kind of spend a lifetime with each other, or 10 years, 20 years, 50, 30 years. And then you will, you know, learn about each other. And if you want a divorce, you'll figure that out. My parents are still together, okay? So there is always a way. It's not it's up to you guys if you want to get divorced or not. I have faith in my parents, and my parents have faith in their relationship. Okay, it's just that it's like the more I kind of read, I needed to kind of wake up to certain stuff. Okay, and I still live with my parents. Okay, so I still am good with my parents. We fight, but this is what a family is about. Stay together because you're family, a bit, regardless of how difficult it is. You become more grateful, you kind of know how to kind of like be grateful for all the blessings you have with this one, because there is always good things in your person and there are bad things. I gave you all the bad things, okay, this one, so that you can have a reality check and try to see what the good things are. There's a lot of good stuff. I'm very sensitive, so I don't want to abandon you overall, but I have abandonment issues. Or I abandon a situation first before you abandon the situation before me. It's that type when I said those things, okay? So it's more that vibe. It's more like if you want to the relationship to go on, you have faith in the relationship, you accept your person completely, your person will accept you, want it or not, okay? It's just that your person has expectations in general, okay? Your person has had difficulty growing up, okay? There has been a lot of difficulty growing up. The childhood, if you kind of ask your person what type of childhood they had, and heal certain stuff with them in the beginning of the relationship, the near future is going to be more calm, okay? But there's a lot of healing that needs to happen on both ends or on your person's side, but you cannot say this to your person. Your person's gonna get triggered, okay? So there's that, okay? So I just kind of gave you the ugly truth, but if you want this relationship to last, there are ways. If you don't want to get divorced, there are ways. I went ego-wise, but my dad and my mom and I myself, I'm not just ego. We're all human. We're all human. Okay, so that's what it was, pile 3. You will know, because no relationship is perfect. I can say that to your face. So pile 3, that was it. Now pile 4, whoever chose Steampunk, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So future spouse, who's your future spouse? How they're gonna see you and treat you, or how's the relationship gonna be with your future spouse? So who's your future spouse? So you have the Storm. I have a temper, okay? I'm hot-tempered a bit. You have belief. The type of relationship, you have balance. Characteristics of your person is failure. I heard I don't accept failure though. Or I do perhaps, I don't know. So you have loneliness. And you have change. It's an interesting person though. I kind of like channeled interesting. So you have Stingray. Did I open all the cards? Okay, and we have Pig Year. We have Ox Year. And we have Rat Year. Okay, so you have rat, ox, and pig. With the lightning plus one more, pig again. Okay, so man, last one, and horse. Okay, so horse, pig twice, year of the rat, and ox. Okay, so you have those years for horoscope signs. Bear with me, I just need to kind of shuffle them a bit for the next readings. eye colors or years or months that they were born. So we have loose wave hair, deep wave. Yes, you have loose waves, deep curls. You have number 15, gray-green eyes, light yaki straight hair, deep wave again. No, well, deep wave, not deep curls, but deep wave. We have yellow eye color, water wave, this type, gray eyes, natural straight hair, yaki, so Japanese, small waves. You have 23 and you have 9. So 15, 23, 9. You have those color eyes, and you will know the rest. Okay, so let us start the reading. So with the storm, like the storm, it's I channeled mostly lightning bolt, okay, because the lightning bolt is here. Okay, this seems like a lightning bolt, but the storm, it's more like the trembling, the kind of nature's enraged energy a bit. It's like the earth is a bit trembling. It's like whenever you have that, or it's like if you're looking outside and it's like not raining and it hasn't started pouring, but there's lightning bolts. It's a bit frightening. It's like there's something that's like enraged, or it's the vibe that you get off. Okay, I always channel Zeus here, so I always channel Zeus, and it's a person that's like on their throne a bit, but it's like it's a person that has temper. Okay, I have a temper, and it's unexpected. Okay, so just be cautious of that. Okay, your person might have, I don't want to say anger issues because that's not the vibe I'm getting, but if I get, it's like perhaps I might not get that angry fast, but if you touch my tail, or you kind of like sit on my tail or something of the sort, be careful. Okay, it's more like it's a person who will fight you a bit. Okay, it's more like I tolerate certain stuff until it pours, kind of thing. Okay, it's that vibe. With this stingray, overall, I'm very balanced. Okay, I'm a very balanced person. I don't allow certain stuff to control me overall. It's just know that I have a temper. It's like if it's like there was a problem, I said, no, it's okay, I kind of let it go. There's a second problem with me, okay? There's something that bothers me. I kind of like try to deal with the situation and assess the situation as much as possible so that I can balance myself. But if it's like the cup of water is full now and it's like it's starting to overflow and things have started to kind of like pile up a lot, then I will explode. That type. It's more like a explosive type of person. So just, it's like if we're not arguing together, it might take me a few years, but after a few years, I'm gonna give you that ultimatum bomb. Okay, it's a bomb type. It's like ticking bomb. Okay. And I'm a very balanced person. Okay, like I can tolerate things a lot. I don't wish to fail. Okay, I don't want the relationship to fail overall. I'm a very lonely person. Okay, I'm a very lonely person, and I like to change. Okay, so I'm the type of person that believes in a relationship. I give it several chances. until I'm fed up with it myself. That type. Okay, because I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. So if there's failure, let's say, or there's like certain things that are not working in the relationship, I try to kind of change things a bit. I try to kind of like balance things a bit until my patience runs off. I will explode. But then again, I still keep on trying overall. I don't like to fail. Okay, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn overall. I know that I am never alone, but then again, there is an element of sense of characteristic of your person that loneliness is not the right word here. Okay, for your person, it's more solitude word. Solitude is more like I enjoy my solitude. Okay, so you might think that they're lonely, but it's not a lonely person. It's a person that enjoys their alone time. They need that balance between alone time and relationship. Okay? And with change, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So they like to put the work. It's like if the relationship needs a break, we break. Like I kind of like go on vacation, only you and me, if we have children, that is. And the children might kind of create certain types of tension, or it's like you don't have that alone time, that intimacy time. This person likes to work on the relationship, but it's a lone wolfy type of man or female still. Okay, but with the stingray overall, it's a person that is very emotionally intelligent. It's a person that's well aligned. Okay, so they're very meditative, perhaps for some of you. They're very meditative. They are. So what's the main situation here? You have the 10 of Cups. So in your relationship, you're gonna be very emotionally fulfilled because your person is definitely very it's like I work for the relationship. The challenge here is the Magician. The reason why it's that way is the 6 of Pentacles and the Hermit. And there's one more, and the 8 of Cups. Okay, so you have the 8 of Cups with the 6 of Pentacles and the Hermit card as the reason why it's that way. In the initial, you have the 5 of Wands with the Death card. In the middle section, you have the 3 of Wands. And in the near future, you have the Fool with the Page of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Sorry. Below the deck, we have the Ace of Swords with the Ace of Cups. You had the 8 of Swords and the Lovers. So it's a lot of positive cards below. So this one, okay, look. Overall, the marriage or your person is somebody that wants to focus on the relationship. Okay, I don't like to fail. Okay, like I'm a person that has faced a lot of failure, let's say, in my life. So overall characteristic of your person could be that they have faced a lot of failure, okay, in their life, but they've learned to change and they've learned to come into terms with certain stuff. They don't like to fail a lot, but then again, they know how to face failure, okay? With the loneliness, it's more like they'll enjoy alone time, okay? But they know that they're not alone, okay? It's solitude overall, the answer here, the characteristic of your person. You feel like they're lonely, which they could be, but still at the same time, they need that aloneness for their recharging, okay? But the change is a person that embraces change a lot, okay? So it's easy for them to change, to adapt to situations. They like to change, they like to adapt, they like to be transparent overall. They are quite transparent person, okay? So with the 10 of Cups, overall, the relationship you will have with this one is that of I'm gonna listen to you, you're gonna be heard by this one. You're gonna be in the relationship together. Okay, so you will always feel like they are there to support you, because they don't want to neglect you overall. With the 6 of Pentacles, it's more like they're the type that likes to kind of collaborate overall. So the relationship, it's more realistic energy for your person. They have a lot of wisdom. They're very wise overall. They have a lot of experience. And they like to kind of cooperate in the relationship. It's like, I'm not the only one in the relationship, you're there too. So it's like, I always need your agreement. I always collaborate with you. I always ask if you're comfortable with this. The challenge here with the Magician is more to kind of what's the Magician energy here? I had the Emperor card. It's 2 major arcanas. You might have a tendency to want to manipulate things, or your person might have a tendency to want to manipulate things a bit. Because balance, you need to have a certain awareness, okay? So your person is very aware. So for some part, you feel like you don't know as much as your person will know. It's more like you're gonna feel like you don't know as much about, like you don't know the things your person knows, and you feel like your person is much more intelligent than you are. So sometimes you will feel like your person is controlling you, but your person is not. Okay. This one, it could be normal if you feel like your person knows much more. Okay, if I'm very wise and I faced a lot of failure, I don't want my relationship with you to be a failure again. So I rather, it's like I will collaborate with you. It's gonna be so flowy, you will feel very accepted, but then again, you're gonna realize later on that perhaps your person is manipulating. You will feel that way because it's normal. Sometimes when you put your person on the pedestal, this one, because this person might be very knowledgeable, okay, and if you love them much more than, it's like you think that they don't love you, but this one, remember that your person needs alone time, okay? But don't be afraid to kind of enjoy the time with them. If you know how to enjoy the time with them, the relationship is very nice, okay? Just that you need to give them space to breathe. Allow yourself space to breathe, okay? So if you're clingy here, it's not a clingy energy overall that I'm getting. Your person is much more, it's like, I'm afraid to fail, okay? I don't want the relationship to fail, this one. You have a person that doesn't want the relationship to fail, okay? So it's a person that's always gonna kind of work harder a bit, okay? I'm the type that's gonna work harder overall in the relationship, but you're gonna feel it's like your perspective might be that your person's controlling you too much, asking you too much, or it's like getting to know you too much as per your comfort zone. But then again, that's the challenge here. In the initial energy with the 5 of Wands and the Death card, it's more like with him or her, there's this vibe that it's like you're gonna transform a lot, okay? Because the person might know a lot, okay? This one, I know a lot because I faced a lot of failures. Okay, and with the 3 of Wands, it's more like you're gonna feel very observed, okay? Your person will observe you, will get to understand you, will listen to you. I'm very listening, okay? I'm very emotionally intelligent, okay? On a physical level, at least, I'm very emotionally intelligent. It's like they're very devoted to the relationship, this one. They have a temper though. I have a temper. It will explode when it needs to. I will keep my calm until it kind of like needs to explode. Okay, this one, it's like you have no control over the explosion. And for sure they're gonna go on a phase of hibernation when it explodes like that. So you'll need to give them space a bit, because they need to get over the failure phase of exploding like that and then come back. Because this is the type that doesn't, it's always believing and balancing. So it's more that vibe with this one. It's more, it's like your person, your hubby or your husband or your wife needs that alone time after the explosion, and then they'll come back. Okay, so with the Fool and the Page of Wands and the Five of Cups, it's more like they're gonna guilt trip a bit. Okay, and they'll come and they'll apologize overall, and they'll wish to start fresh again with you. So it's that cycle. Your person has a big pattern. Every 3 years there might be like a pattern like this. Okay, so just be advised that your person might have a pattern of not really guilt tripping. It's like they fight for the relationship. They don't want it. It's like, if I marry you, I don't want to get divorced with you, because if I get divorced, I will face failure there. Okay, so I want to believe in our relationship till the end. Okay, I don't want to get divorced. Okay, and I'm gonna work hard on the relationship. I have the emotional intelligence. I am very wise person. I'm not perfect, but then again, it's like the only imperfection of your person is this. Okay, they have a temper. And why they have a temper is because they're the type that can tolerate a lot of stuff. I can tolerate a lot of stuff for a long time until I break and I need to go through that transformation. But for me to transform, I need to release all that, like that volcano that's like enraged. And I will go through that failure phase, because I will look at myself as if I'm a big failure because I exploded like that. After a phase of solitude and acceptance of what I did, I still go in that phase of like, I want to believe in this relationship because I'm quite balanced person, want it or not. Okay. And I will come back to you and I will apologize to you until you take me back. And once you take me back, the relationship will be happy again. Okay, so it's just you need to give your person time. They have a big tolerance until they explode. Okay, so sometimes for you to help out your person, okay, you can tell him or her that it's okay. You can release yourself a bit. Because this type, it's like sometimes what could help them out is to release the tension that they're piling up a bit. Okay, so kind of like having every month, let's say, sitting down and have some quality time, or every month if you can, like go to the spa together or take a bath together, quality time like that. It can be very useful. And it's like the explosion, allow them to explode, like let's say allow them a certain pattern, because this one I could go a year without exploding. I could go 2-3 years without exploding until I can't take it no more. I need to explode. I will guilt trip over myself because I will do certain things to you guys that it's like you didn't see this side of me until I exploded. And I will guilt trip over that myself. Okay, because I need to be very balanced person. And me exploding like that was definitely out of character. But then again, that is who I am, okay? So this one, it's more they might be aware of this, as they might not be aware of this, and they might have a cycle, a pattern, okay? So pile 5, whoever chose Dancing in the Dark, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see who your future spouse is, and how they're going to treat you, how they're going to see you overall, or how they're going to see the relationship. Okay, so who is your future spouse? So who's your future spouse? You have the kiss. It's a very cuddly, gentle, romantic, lovable person. Okay. You have 21, ice, blue eyes. So ice or blue eyes overall. I might have been born in the month of March, June, April, October, and January. Okay. Yeah, those. 1 second, I'll give you some. You have month, the days could be 27th, 16, 14, 4, 29, gray eyes, ice eyes, blue eyes, or gray eyes, gray green eyes, okay? And you have the 5th, and you have body wave curly hair or body wavy hair, this type. Okay, so the year, they might be the pig year, rat year, twice, one more, and the snake year. Okay, yeah, those. So you have the archetype. Let's see what the animal is. You have the raccoon. It's a cute animal, okay? Like, the raccoon is adorable in general. You have the unicorn. It's a spirit animal. And you have the starfish. So you have emergence energy. One more. Two more. Perception. With the unicorn, it is perception, and you have synergy. Very interesting. Characteristics is health, happiness. I like this one a lot. And relationships. So your person takes relationships very seriously. Not only one-on-one, but with other people too. Okay? So I'm a very happy-go-jolly type of person. I might be the popular type of guy or girl. Okay? Like, I like to talk and socialize with people. I'm very health focused, okay? So I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So it's a very healthy person. It's a person that focuses on health overall. It could be a doctor, it could be a healer, it could be a trainer. It could be a person that's in the art of healings, any type, okay? With happiness, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So it's a type of person that likes to encourage. Relationships, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. But overall, I serve the higher good of other people too. So it's a very healthy, social person, okay? It's a person that needs other people. It's not a needy element. It's just that I like to socialize with people. It's at the end of the day, it's a man or it's a woman that's very concerned, very attentive, very happy, very inspiring overall. Those characteristics. Okay, so what's the main energy? You have the 5 of Pentacles. Very interesting. But it's a person that has a lot of perception, discernment. Five of Pentacles. My challenge, or our challenge, is the 6 of Six of Pentacles. Very interesting. You have the 5 of Pentacles as the main situation. And you have the 6 of Pentacles, just the next step of the 5 of Pentacles. With the 6 of Wands. The reason why it's that way, you have the Knight of Swords in reverse with the High Priestess in reverse. Very interesting. It's sage. It looks like sages, and it's like the mother, the maiden, and this symbolism is more witchcrafty. It's like whenever you have the full moon or the new moon inside, and you have the 2 crescents on the side. You have a crescent here too. Very interesting. Crescent with the 2 hands there. It might be a witch, but we're not going to use the word witch or witchcraft. It's a person that might be in the arts of healing. Arts of healing, okay? It's not in the arts of destruction overall, okay? It's in the arts of healing. That's the vibe of your person, okay? It's a very healthy person, this one, okay? It's a very healthy person, but it's a person because it's like when you heal people, right? It's like if you've kind of like watched those it's like the time of wars, and they were nurses or they were doctors, and regardless of which, it's like the Red Cross, it's like regardless of whichever border or whichever side you were going, if you were a nurse and you were working for the Red Cross or that kind of stuff, it's like didn't matter which border you were working in the side where you were healing people, right? So it's more like your person has seen a lot of stuff. They see a lot of insecurities in many people, but they want to kind of give faith to people, make people happy, because happiness does heal a lot. It's the fastest way to heal. Happiness, that inner inspiration or that golden energy inside. It's like if you've kind of like done some I don't want to say researches, but it's very available to you guys. It's like just kind of look at the body light or the UV lights in a person in different emotional states. Depressive people have a specific body vibration. People are very, very happy. You kind of like are in a specific vibration also. And overall, this person kind of is a healer, perhaps. It's a person that knows how to keep going overall. I want people to keep going. I want to kind of help people overcome themselves overall. I'm popular because I am a compassionate person. It's like the dolphin energy of it, okay? It's that vibe your person has. So I'm getting cold. I'm gonna put this back on. So you have let's start the reading. So with the kiss, it's a person that likes to cuddle, it's a person that likes to spoon, a person that likes to kiss and feel very satisfied with the kissing. If they love you a lot, okay? You're gonna get a lot of kisses at least every day. They're gonna kiss you before going to work. You're gonna make love a lot, okay? They're gonna make sure to make love to you at least. Very nice person, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. And if it's not making love, it's like, I'm gonna make you happy, okay? It's a very attentive energy. With the raccoon, it's not afraid to beg for your attention. Overall, I'm not afraid to beg for your attention. Okay, I like you. I don't mind disturbing you. I don't mind coming and visiting you when you work. If I have, like, I came off work, where it's like I'm gonna come and make sure to kind of like spoil you a bit. That type. It's a person. It's a man or it's a woman that's very discerning. They see the higher perspective. They have an inner light. They know how to kind of like make you happy. Okay, like make you feel like, it's like if you're having a bad day, they're gonna send you, you kind of come home and you don't want to talk about it, but then again your person sees it, let's say. They'll give you therapy there, okay? Or they'll kind of like play with your hair. You'll feel comfortable sitting on their lap, putting your head on their lap, or it's like they're gonna kiss you. They're gonna make you feel like you're worthy of a lot of stuff overall. So mainly with your person, the type of future spouse this is, it's a man or it's a woman that will see your insecurities. Why so? Is because but they're gonna fight for you. They're gonna be there for you. That type. You're not gonna get the cold shoulders from this one. It's more like you want to give them the cold shoulders because you don't want them to see this inside of you. But they're gonna see it because they're very intuitive and they like to be honest and bold and get rid of the problem right ahead. It's more like, I'm not gonna linger there acting like I don't see it. It's bothering you, it's bothering me, so we're just gonna sit down and waste the time of like unblocking where the blockage is or where the sadness or the difficulty is. Okay, so Your challenge with this one is more to kind of learn how to have that equal give and take with them. So they're not going to ask you much, except if they want your affection and all that kind of stuff. But you need to also give them, appreciate them for what they do for you, at least in the relationship. And the Six of Wands, it's more to kind of be happy with yourself in this relationship, because I feel like your person is very successful. Let's say you might feel like you're not as successful as they are, but then again, the challenge here is just to keep trying for your own sense of fulfillment, because you will feel like your person is always making you feel good, or your person is always knowing overall. But what you're not gonna, or what you're gonna realize at first when you kind of like meet them or you marry them, let's say, that on a physical level there is a lot of stress. You need to kind of always heal people. Sometimes it's like it takes a lot of energy, right? But deep down, your person, so on a physical level, you're going to see them to be a bit stressed, a bit anxious, a bit stuck in their head, or a bit stressed overall, is the word. But underneath, it's more like they are very established people, okay? Like, I'm very established, I'm very old school type of person. I have my ways and I have my patterns overall. In the middle section with the Page of Pentacles, it's more a man or a woman who will always like seduce you, okay? It's more like, I'm gonna seduce you, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna pamper you overall. In the near future, you have the Death card in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. So in the relationship, you guys are both gonna transform overall. It's normal. And they're gonna change too, okay? But they tune into you, they sync with you, okay? It's a person that has synergy. You might have telepathy with this one. You might have a lot of eye contact with this one. You will learn a lot about different perceptions. It's like you will learn about many people with them, okay? It's like because they have a lot of relationships with people, they need people. It's an extroverted type of person, but it's not only an extroverted person. They have a bit of introvert energy to them. Okay, I can't say this is an extroverted, but they need other people to feel fulfilled. Okay, I need other people to feel fulfilled myself. Okay, that's the type of future spouse this is. But if they want something, they're not afraid to beg for it. The starfish energy, it's a very smart person. Okay, starfish and unicorn are very intelligent energies. I can put myself in another person's shoe very easily. I can understand other people's pains because I understand my own pains. But overall, I wish to embrace happiness in life. And I wish to embrace healthiness also. So I like healthy, happy relationships. I make sure that you and I are happy in the relationship. I'm happy in the relationship overall. Even though I have difficult times, I know how to manage them, okay? And I always kind of like to give you the attention you seek, or I always know when I need attention, so I will come and seek you myself overall, okay? It's that type. That's not a person that wastes their time, okay? And in the near future, it's more like I will transform. It's normal. They're the transformational type. They will embrace any milestones. Like if I need to be a father, I need to be a mother, I will embrace those things. I'm that type of man or that type of woman. And with the Page of Pentacles, it's like they ground themselves always. Okay, in the relationship, they take the time, they take the things in their hands overall. Okay, it's not a giving up type of person. It's a person that understands perception. It's a person that likes to find solutions with motivation and inspiration in mind. Okay, and they always take things in advance. Okay, it's the type that likes to take things in advance, work hard on something in advance, and it's a very nurturing type of person overall. Okay, and they love to kiss. Okay, I will kiss you a lot. Kindness. Yeah, this is the type of relationship you guys will have. Kindness. And abundance overall. It's a lot of those energies. Yeah, they're very rich inside. Okay, your person is a very rich person inside, very tender, very gentle, very loving, very healing also. Okay, that type. That's it. That was it, pile 5. I hope it resonated. I hope I gave you some kind of insight. Now, pile 6, whoever chose Night Sun Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see who your future spouse is. I'll put those here so I can see it. No. Oh, I need the World card, but it's okay. We're gonna shuffle it again. So who's your future spouse? So what's the archetype of your person? You have the Vessel. I didn't want to say bodybuilder, but that's the vibe I got. Because the Vessel is the body, okay? It's like the body. Bodybuilder or... I need one more. With the vision. So... it's a man or it's a woman that doesn't really... very ambitious, okay? But they don't... nothing stops them, okay? It's a person that could be very ambitious with a lot of like inhuman one more. I'm sorry. You have the vow with what? Sustainer. Last one. The Ocean. Okay. I need a lot of time with your person because I don't I need time with your person, okay? You have the vow, the sustainer, the ocean, the vision, and the vessel. What the vessel is, it's either a bodybuilder, it's either a person that looks at their body as if it's just a body, okay? That's the vibe. As if like I don't sleep, and it's like I need minimum stuff. I'm not, like, how can I say this? It's like if there needs to be a job that needs to be done, I'm the type that like doesn't care about the body, and I work that type, okay? With the vision, the ocean, the sustainer, the vow, it's more like if I put I promise somebody something, or I promised myself something. I have a vision and I promised myself to do that. Nothing will stop me to arrive to that position. If I made a promise to myself that I want to be this in 5 years, I make sure that I'm this in 5 years. Okay, so if I say something, I need to make sure to do it, no, regardless of what path I took. That type. Okay, with the ocean, it's a very deep person. Okay, with the sustainer, it's a very, I'm not gonna say controller, but if I need to control people, if I need to manipulate people, I need to use my body to do something, I will go extreme. I'm the extreme type of person overall. Characteristics of your person, you have pride. I take pride in those things. You have worry, so I worry a lot. You have friendship, I'm friendly. And I have one more, service. It's a humanitarian type of man or female, but overall, if it's not humanitarian vibration that much, if I promise someone something, or if I promise myself something, I make sure that I make whatever I say, I do, okay? So I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I take pride in doing those things, or I have a pride. I'm a prideful person. I'm a proud person overall. Worry, I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, so I need to learn that worry doesn't change an outcome. Friendship, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason overall. And service, I feel good when I can help others. I have these characteristics plus one more, discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. This energy is very prominent here, okay? Disciplined man or woman, very proud of the fact that they're disciplined. They might even be proud of the fact that they worry a lot, okay? So this one, just be advised of that. They might be perfectionist, okay? This one, it's like once I set my mind into something, I need to make it happen, okay? I make sure it does happen. That time. Very intimidating like that. This one, it's like if they say something, they do it, and they expect the same thing from people too. If you say something, you make sure to do it, or I make sure you do it for me. It's like if you promise me something, I'm gonna make sure that the promise, the vow you took with me is finalized. It's like you said you were going to do this. I make sure that you do this in front of me. I'm the type that does that also. Because I do this with myself. That type, okay? So it's that type of energy. What type of throat chakra? Power-driven man, okay, or woman. And you have root chakra. It's 5 elements, okay? So you have like the first element, which is earth element, and this ether. I have power, okay? I'm the power type of person, okay? I might be greedy. I'm not aware I'm greedy, or I don't see the things the way like Diva is saying they're greedy, okay? But they might not see that they're greedy themselves, okay? They're ambitious. For sure, okay? Like I know, at least your person knows, your future spouse knows that they're ambitious. What type of relationship you and I have, okay, will have, it's more originality and curiosity. So we're always going to be curious about each other. I need to be curious about you, because if I promise to marry you this way, or if I made myself a promise I'm gonna get married to you, I'm gonna make sure you get married to me this time. It's that time. It's a very manipulative man or woman, just so you know. Okay, I'm not gonna hide anything from you this one. And the body is just a body. I don't want to say they don't cherish their body, but overall it's like the intention is always the most, it's like the ambition is always prioritized. Okay, so I might be the type that takes the pills. I can't have insomnia if I need to not sleep. Until I achieve, I don't mind not sleeping. Like, the body is just a vessel, okay? The soul, based on how well they know how to manage the body, because if you have if you teach your body to adapt to any type, where there's a will there's a way, but this person knows how to manipulate their body also. With the sustainer, it's more like I know how to manipulate my body. I take pills if I need to take pills. No shit. It's like they're very healthy, perhaps, this one. Very healthy person. Or not healthy that much, but they feel very fulfilled if they do whatever they wanted to do. Which in itself is worth all the challenges the body went through. Your person will never think about their body, okay? If I have something, I'm 100% devoted to it. That type. So if I want you or I get married to you, I'm 100% devoted to you also. Because the promises I make are not coming out of my ass kind of thing. Okay, so I'm that type of man or female. I don't make promises out of my ass. I don't know if there's an expression like that, but it's more like, it's like... I make serious promises. If I promise you something, I make sure to do it. Okay? So that type. So what's the relationship type? We did say it. So you have the Knight of Wands. And you have the Seven of Cups. The type of husband or wife I will be. I'm very emotional. I embrace my emotions a lot. Okay? So the eyes are very emotionally, it's like if I love you, you'll see it in their eyes. Okay? This one, it's like the body, the whole body will make you. If my vision is you and I promise to love you, then you're my, I'm not going to say my object of devotion, but my soul or my partner of devotion or something of the sort, okay? That type. And with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups, but it's overall the energies here. It's not necessarily the vibration, like the energy here with the Night Sun. It's overall, you will feel very, very loved, okay? They're gonna be very proud of having you as their wife or their husband, okay? With the Knight of Wands energy, they're always gonna kind of like fire you up overall, make you feel secure. They know how to please the body. They're very knowledgeable, this one, if they want to be knowledgeable. But there's a lot of hands here. I know how to use my hands to create, to give birth to give you hope, okay? Service, I am humanitarian, okay? I have intentions and I'm humanitarian also, okay? I'm a very friendly man or woman, okay? With service, I am service oriented. So your person will volunteer somewhere, okay? Like they're gonna volunteer for some kind of like something, okay? They're very disciplined, okay? They worry a lot until they achieve their goal, and they take pride in whatever they do, okay? Those are the characteristics of your future spouse. Our challenge in the relationship is the Page of Cups energy. The reason why is that way you have the Knight of Cups with the Seven of Wands. In the initial energy, you have the Eight of Swords with the Ten of Wands. Eight of Swords with the Ten of Wands. In reverse. I don't even remember if it was reverse. In the middle section, you have the Ace of Wands energy. And in the near future, you have the Queen of Swords. So, Queen of Swords with one more. Justice. Man. So, just, it's like, be careful what you talk with this one, okay? The promises you make with him or her, you will need absolutely to keep them with your person. So when I ask you certain questions, the way you answer them, remember what you say, okay? What you promise, how you promise them, you will need to show them that, okay? Because that's one of the the karma with your person, okay? Like your person is a very abundant person, okay? Like they have a certain power, okay? I have power. I'm a power-driven man or woman, okay? And I'm very secure in myself. You're gonna feel very safe with them overall, okay? And you're gonna feel very powerful with them overall too. Your guys are gonna have a very original type of relationship, and you're always gonna be curious about each other. So it could be power couple vibes, but I don't like to kind of give you that vibration that you're the chosen one. It's everybody's a chosen one in some way because they were given a life. So this relationship, okay, this partnership is definitely, your person is the type of man who embraces their emotion, or the woman that embraces their emotion, and they kind of have a way to surrender to it, okay? So you will feel very wanted, or you'll feel very seduced, or you'll feel very satisfied, okay? Energetically, this one. With the Knight of Wands, you're gonna feel very wanted, okay? Why you're gonna feel this way overall is because your person is the type of man or female that is a very emotionally, I don't want to say expressive, but you feel their emotions towards you. I'm gonna make you feel loved. This one. You feel it energetically. There's no element of word saying that much. I will say I love you, but you know it. It's like sometimes I don't even need to talk. Energetically, you feel it. Throat chakra, it's energetic, okay? For me, it's the energetic center. I tune into it that way, okay? The throat chakra is the side here. I connect the throat chakra with the ether element, and the ether for now for me means energy, okay? So you feel everything energetically. Your person might not talk that much. They might not express themselves verbally. They might do so, they might not do so, but the important thing is that you sense it, okay? I make you sense it, that type. And with the Seven of Wands, it is energy, Okay, it's a energetic flow. So emotion-wise and passion-wise, you sense it always. So the passion and the emotion are always present in your relationship with your future spouse, at least. Or you tune into those things about your future spouse. Your challenge here with the Page of Cups is to kind of be comfortable with your own emotions, you yourself. Be comfortable with your own emotional side. Embrace your emotions with your future spouse, okay? You might be a bit more withdrawn than your spouse, this one. In the initial energy, how your future spouse will feel or will connect with you is more like they're a bit burdened, or they don't know how to juggle you because perhaps you have a withdrawn tendency. Okay, you might be a bit more emotionally withdrawn, or you don't embrace your emotions like your partner does. If your partner is the ocean, then they have a lot of emotionals. They're very in tune with their subconscious mind or their consciousness, because the ocean is very deep. Okay, it's like, how deep is your love? Like the ocean, but it's that type. Their love is very deep, and they pride themselves on that. They worry a lot, okay, and they're very disciplined, but they worry a lot about you also. Okay, yes, career, yes, intentions, yes, but intention could be career, could be you, could be family, could be anything. Whatever promises they make sure to keep it. Okay, so I keep my promises. I pride myself on that. I might be very intimidating a bit, and I intimidate other people too. You promised me this, you make sure to give it to me that way. Okay, it's very strict like that. Authoritative a bit, to be honest. Okay, so with the 10 of Wands, it's more like they're very burdened, or they take their burdens very seriously. Their responsibilities very seriously. They're the type of that type of men. Okay, with the 8 of Swords, it's more like they blame themselves if they can't do what they do. It's like if they can't do something, there's a lot of like it's like failure is not here. Okay, like I can't fail this one. It's like if there's failure, it's a bit like chronic pain to your person. Okay, it needs to be done. I'm very stubborn. I'm a very stubborn man or woman. Okay, so just understand that about your person. With the Ace of Wands energy, it's like they always like to give it another try. Okay, it's like they always start fresh. Once I finish a project, there's a new beginning. There's a new passionate beginning. It's like I have a new vision. Or it's like, meanwhile, I'm finishing one. Because you have the 10 of Wands here. So it's the ending of a project. And even when there's a vision that they complete, they're conflicted over that. The fact that it's completed, it's fulfilled. So it's a very ambitious person. You have a very ambitious man or woman here, okay? Like, it's a very curious man or woman. It's a very intelligent, it's a genius, that's one. So anyways, it's like this is a person that likes to keep it rolling all the time. My lifetime, this person might do many things in their life, okay? Be a father or be a mother, have many children, and meanwhile they have a children, they open a company, that company succeeds, they open another company. If the companies are open, they start investing in something else. They kind of learn about something else, or it's like they want, it's like I was an investor for the first 20 years of my life. I want to perhaps go in restoration. If I started doing certain restoration, I perfected that. I'm gonna perhaps go back to school and study politics, perhaps, so that I can kind of go in politics. If it's not politics that they like, then let's say they were a contractor, or they were into real estate, or they were like, I don't know, into insurances, or if they were into, I don't know, investments and all that kind of stuff, they will go back to school so that they want to be a doctor, or they want to be a healer, or I don't know, they want to be a lawyer, they want to get that bachelor's or that degree. They will go, nothing will stop them. This one, it's a very active, alive woman or man, okay, that type. So it's like when there's a project that's about to end, I'm conflicted over the fact that it's like, now I have free time, I can relax. But it's more, okay, what can I, it's like if we had 3 children they might want a 4th one perhaps. Or if the family is big enough, let's say, what can I do for my children? So it's more like it's a very invested person, okay? It's a very invested. They might be in, it's like I can do multitasks, this one. I can sustain myself. I can, I don't know, like if I'm doing a full-time job, I have children, I can be the type of a man or woman that knows how to manage many stuff at the same time, okay? I will be a dad or a mother, okay? I will be a worker who's very passionately fulfilled, okay? I can be the manager, I can be the owner of a company, I can be the owner of several different types of companies, very different companies, but because I had those visions, because I like to service, or I like to create jobs to many people, I'm a very friendly, I take pride on this. It's like I will spend time with my children. I'm gonna be a good father or a good mother. It's not that I'm gonna be a busybody only. If I made a promise to my child that I'll say that I'm gonna be there at this event, I make sure that I'm there. Okay, so it's a very nice person. Oh my god. But it's just be careful, basically. Like, you need to, like, if you make a promise, you need to make sure to keep it. They take that very seriously to heart, okay? And it's a triggering point to them a bit. It's like, if you're not fair and square with me, I will feel like you don't love me, kind of thing, okay? So it's more that vibe with your person. So if you don't keep your promises, they're gonna give you a bit of a cold shoulder until you do what you promised them to do. Okay, so it's like they don't take no for an answer, they don't take excuses. Very disciplined person. If I have, it's like I'm gonna be a very good mother or a good father. It's just that it's like when you tell me something, you make sure to do it. That type. I'm expecting things from you because you told me those things. Okay? So that's it. This is who your future spouse will be. Okay? So you hear my brother, it's okay. So this is the reading. I hope it resonated to some of you. I hope it gave you some kind of insight. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys, have a good day.